Welcome back, everybody. Michael Thurman with Thurman Homes here with Mike's Minute. Today, we're going to continue the series on the grid geothermal out here in beautiful Whisper Valley, Austin, Texas. And what are we talking about? We're talking about water. We've got this gorgeous cowboy pool that we've just finished up here. Buyer moves in today, and a little chilly out here on this autumn morning, but they've got a heater on it, so they're all good to go. So if you remember last time, we talked about how the water gets from the grid into your house. And I'm going to have you follow me into the house today, and we're going to take a look at just what happens after that. So as we walk in, the thing to remember with the grid geothermal is that you're not restricted, just like you're not restricted with any other AC system. The geothermal systems are no different. So we're going to walk in here. I'm going to take you into this closet that I showed you last time, and that is where the geothermal system comes into the house. As everybody knows, I've got my trusty guard dog here today. Lincoln's back with us. So if you recall, we had the geothermal lines coming into the house right here in the last video segment. And I told you they were going to go up to the air handler closet. And so what we're going to do is we're going to show you a little bit of house architecture and touch on that. We're going to show you a Yeti cooler, which is pretty important. And then we're going to show you the air handler closet. So one of the cool things to always remember about buying a new house, regardless of whether it's out here in Whisper Valley or anywhere else, is how it's insulated. And the analogy that I like to use for a lot of things is Yeti. Yeti makes a great product. And here we've got a Yeti cooler, and it's got a hard outside. It's got this nice hard inside, as Lincoln's showing you here. And it's got that foam core at the middle. And these houses that we build are no different. And a good quality home is going to have the same attributes. It's going to have that hard, hardy plank outside. It's going to have good solid drywall on the inside. Then you're going to have that foam core that gives you that really good house ceiling and insulation all at the same time. So when you think about good construction in terms of insulation, just think about a Yeti cooler. So out here in Whisper Valley, we're up here at this air handler closet. Remember, this can be anywhere. It can be in your house. It can be in the attic. But this is where those black lines come to that we showed you in the previous segment. So here we are at the air handler, and we've got a guard dog. There he is, guarding the air handler. Come on out, buddy. Here we have the air handler, which is where all of those lines are going to terminate. And the trick to the geothermal system is the circulating of that water. So down here at the bottom, you can see where they come in and go out of the unit from the backyard. So you can't tell, but these are the black lines that we've converted to a color line in the wall. And it kind of tells you what's coming and going. Cool water coming into the unit. Hot water that has been heated up by the radiant heat of the equipment inside of here is now going back into the grid to be cooled off before it goes to the next house. So what you have is an in and an out. And again, that Yeti cooler is so awesome. You never go to your buddy's house or to a tailgate party and say, hey, hand me that beer from in front of a fan. It just doesn't happen. You're always pulling it out of the ice cold water, right? This principle is no different. We're bringing nice cool water in. We're putting it around that beer bottle, AKA the compressor and the equipment, and then we're sending it back out after it's gotten heated up again. So the principle is just like pulling a beer out of ice water. In addition to that, you have these black lines that tie into your hot water heater. So not only is this unit cooling your home, but it's also using that heat to heat up the water in your hot water heater. And so it's doing two things at once. So again, your efficiencies, you're looking at 70% more efficient than a conventional system. And oh, by the way, there's no outside unit on these. All of the cooling for the compressor takes place in here, so you don't even need that outside unit. So that's less noise, less energy, and less landfill trash when those break, which they eventually do. Three great things, right? So this is the heart and soul of where it all ends up. And hopefully that gives you a real good perspective on the total operation of a grid geothermal system. If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of us. We've got the website below, phone number below. We look forward to your questions. Let's go build something.